tan, there's just no comparison. So anyway, it's my rant for the day. So yeah, so here's the new Be of Joseon sunscreen. I did a little first impressions of it yesterday. I haven't released it yet. And I found it to be a little drying, although, so the shade I have is LP110. And I found it to be a pretty good match for me. So it's got 20.9% zinc oxide. Uh, and then let's see. Then we've got the filters. We've got denatured alcohol, which I think maybe is why my skin felt a little dry. And then vitamin E. Nothing else really in terms of notable other ingredients other than the filters. Oh, it has mugwort in here. Mugwort and then olive oil and saponifiables. So here's the little tint of it on my hand.
Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on a
okay,
second.
sorry. Okay, there we go. You see it better there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. Hang on.
It's pretty liquidy, but I'm very happy with the color. For me, this color seemed to be right on, right spot on for me.
Do it slow if you're gonna.
It is very slow right now. It's slowly running down my hand. Can you
Yeah.
see it?
If you're
Okay.
gonna rub it in, do it slowly though.
There we
This
go.
isn't a review, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just a new product. I did a first impressions of it yesterday, but I haven't released it yet. And when I first put it on, it felt really nice, and the color is really matching very well for me. It has very light coverage. So if you're looking for this for a tinted sunscreen where you don't have to put foundation on it over it, that's not it. But it does even out things a little bit. But if you have severe like melasma or hyperpigmentation or breakouts, this isn't tinted enough to really cover those up, but it is enough to kind of just even out the skin tone. It feels oily at first, which is strange. Although throughout wearing it through the day, towards the end of the day, my skin got kind of dry and my forehead got kind of itchy. And I don't know if that's, what, zinc oxide can be kind of drying a little bit. So maybe that's it, or it's the denatured alcohol because it is pretty high up there. But for a lot of people, I think this will probably be very nice and work just fine. So yeah, but it really kind of evens things out, gives it a little bit of brightness. But it's interesting how it kind of feels greasy at first, and then towards the end of the day feels dry. But you know what? I think I have that with a lot of mineral sunscreens. I think I noticed that same thing. And I think it's probably my skin is just super dry and sensitive, and it's already flaky and patchy to begin with. So I think it could have something to do with that. But once it soaks in, it feels nice. I mean, it feels really silky on your skin. So, and the shade match for me, just picking it off, looking at the swatches online, I'm very happy with the shade. This is the first real product I found where the shade on the first try really matches my skin. And maybe that's because it's not, totally not very well coverage, but it's low coverage. But yeah, it's nice. I think maybe, I think if you have had good luck with mineral sunscreens, you might like it. But if you haven't or you find them drying, I think you're probably going to find this one drying as well. Be of Joseon obviously is in a hurry to make U.S. sunscreens because they're probably selling a lot, and now the FDA is down their backs or down their. The FDA is down their throat. Was that the saying, cameraman? The FDA is down someone's throat. The FDA is on their back. Their FDA is down their throat. What's the saying? On their back. Anyway, they're in a hurry to create sunscreens that they can sell here legally, since on their website in Now Style Korean, they won't ship here. Anyway, so that's what I got for the first thoughts, but it is really silky and does feel nice until it's a little bit drying, but it might be worth checking out. And maybe during the summer, it'll be better, or maybe over other serums and moisturizers, it'll be better too, because I've only tried it, once and then just now. So anyway, yeah. Oh, Olive Young. Yep, Olive Young. I can't wait when I go to South Korea this spring. I'm going to go like Olive Young in real person, in person,
In person.
in person.
IRL.
IRL in real life.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that the tint of this one's really good. I'm really happy with it. So, yeah, the alcohol in here does make it kind of drying. So, especially along with zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is kind of drying on its own. So, up there behind, on their booties, breathing down their neck. There we go. That's it. Breathing down their neck.
Who said that? Give him a shout. Did somebody say that? Or
Yeah,
do you think
no, Lahanora.
Oh,
I hope I didn't say that wrong. Lahanora. That's a beautiful name, by the way.
there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that
Thank you. I
weird?
couldn't think of it either. So.
Isn't that weird, Matt, that all the other K-Beauty SPFs can ship without any issue. But the beauty of Joseon is the one they picked out now.
Do you think it's just a matter of the other ones haven't?
They haven't got popular enough yet. There's too
Yeah,
many of them. Yeah.
they're just flying under the
How
radar.
many Korean sunscreens are there? Or how many other international sunscreens are there that exist? There's thousands, tens of thousands probably. So they've just picked this one because it is so popular. And it can't be that popular without somebody attracting too much attention. It's like the mafia. You know what I mean? You can steal money, you can kill people, just don't attract attention to yourself. Don't wear that fur coat, don't drive that Cadillac. Don't attract attention to yourself. You know what I mean? You can keep doing it. We don't really care, but we just don't want to know about it. So, anyway, there we go with that. So, yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Cameraman passed a little note to me because I'm terrible at doing this. Cameron wanted me to remind you guys to like, subscribe, sign up for the newsletter, and sign up for the second channel. For the second channel, I cooked last night.
By the way,
By the way.
we are streaming on the second channel
Oh,
too,
okay, cool.
and we have a total of
One?
0 people
Okay.
watching.
Yeah, we need to get like Carrie or brother to watch on the second
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
So yeah, so for the second channel yesterday, I made keto chicken fajitas, which are really good actually. Although I'm not the best chef, but I'm gonna do my big apron reveal next.
That'll
So
probably come out tomorrow.
okay, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't have time today, but
Okay,
tomorrow.
yeah. The Peak Calm sunscreen is awesome. The Isn't Tree Watery sunscreen is amazing too. So, oh hello Tina, welcome to the crowd. So Cameraman's got some polls. Well, one question we're going to ask is if people have tried red light devices.
That's right. Hang on,
My
give me a second.
The hardest thing with me with red light devices is being consistent about using them because I keep it at my on my nightstand and more than half the time I get into bed and I'm too tired to use it. But now I'm trying to use it like in the morning. So, yeah. So, I'm curious how many of you are using them. So, vote on the poll.
Oh, someone voted.
Wow. Okay. No, a lot of no's. So, yeah. So that's the hardest thing for me is to be consistent. That's why that new face device, I didn't notice results quickly or at all. And I was being very good about doing it day in, day out. And then once you not don't notice things getting better, I just kind of slowly stopped using it. And then when I go back to using it, I'm like, this is why I didn't continually use it because I didn't notice any benefits. But the red light stuff has a lot of science behind it. People apparently are using it for their eyes as well, which I find very interesting. Although the red light stuff kind of scares me a little bit with the infrared, because some of these devices use infrared light in them in their combination of lights. And the infrared light is just the worst for hyperpigmentation and melasma. You might as well be under the sun almost, but not quite. But so yeah, so I'm trying to get better at it. That's why I keep it on my nightstand. If I keep it on my nightstand, I have no excuse not to use it, except when I go to bed. I'm so tired, or I want to look at my phone. I can't do that at the same time as using them. So yeah. So anyway, the stem light, yeah, you have to move it. It's like a device. You move it. You don't. Yeah, that takes even more dedication. So I have no excuse. I'm just being lazy. So, oh, I've seen those red light gua sha. I have one of those too, but I haven't. I used it a couple times and then same thing. So have you noticed any benefits from the red light hairbrush? Because you know what I started doing? I mixed in a little bit of copper peptides into my density serum from The Ordinary because copper peptides help with hair growth. And some people have noticed benefits from it. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I need to mix that in, mix the red light mask or the red light helmet things. They've got those. So yeah, so that's awesome. So Carrie said that she'd been consistent with the Foreo for several years because she noticed results and started off a lot more saggy. Well, I don't know. Mine's pretty saggy. I'm very saggy, but what am I going to do? Just keep using my red light device. That's what I do. So yeah, the new face is harder to remember to use it. But if you use it with a good serum, then you know what I mean? If you use it with the serum and you notice the benefit, it's worth doing. So yeah. I have not tried that oil, but I hear really good things about it. So I'm gonna have to try that one of these days because I haven't tried it, but everyone's always talking about how good it is. So okay. One other thing I was gonna talk about, and I've got a few reviews and videos. If any of you guys tried this Volufiline stuff, I talked about in the newsletter. I wasn't too crazy about it, but I don't know. So this Volufiline, if you go on Reddit, if you go anywhere, everyone's talking about it. And there's some crazy Reddit reviews, like from people noticing these crazy results, like amazing results, which I think probably from any topical product are too good. Uh, you know what I mean? When people, so one gal, actually, there's probably multiple ones, are on there saying that they applied this to their breast area and they grew like 2 or 3 cups just from using this. And I don't think that's actually possible, but I guess if you think about it in your head, you go for it. I mean, I guess if you believe it to be true, then it worked. You know what I mean? I guess if you actually think it worked and it's in your head and you think it worked, then it probably helps. That's great.
Placebo.
Placebo effect, yes. See, that's my psychology talking, my undergrad degree in psychology talking right there. The placebo effect. So Volufiline is actually just 2 different ingredients. It's hydrogenated polyisobutene and then this root extract that I'm going to call AARE, Anamarana osphilodice root extract or something like that. So they take this root and they steep it in alcohol for 2 weeks, and then they put it through a process in a pressure cooker. It sounds like of some sort. So let's see. So it's actually kind of like an expensive thing to create. I mean, this product I think I got for like 11 bucks. I don't know. So they say the dried roots of this plant, they were purchased, the sample is extracted by immersing it in 70% aqueous ethanol for 4 hours. Then they filter the extract and the concentrate using a rotary vacuum evaporator. Then they freeze dry them in a vacuum using a freezer dryer, and then they store it in a freezer at negative 20 degrees Celsius. And then they analyzed it, and they get a yield of the dried extract, uh, and then they apparently mix that in with this hydrogenated polyisobutene. So it's actually kind of expensive process. So I'm kind of curious how this brand gets it and is able to make money off of it, selling it for $11. Although the bottle is kind of tiny. Is that even it might be an ounce. It might not even be an ounce. Let me look. It's 0.37 ounces, 11 milliliters. So it's really tiny. And you see it? There we go. So there's a picture of this extract, actually. If you want to look at the study, cameraman, uh, it's the second link on the very last page of the live stream. It's got a picture of it. And it's just like a really oily substance. And a little bit of it goes a very long way.
Cell anti-inflammatory.
Uh, let's see. Another study that this plant extract may be better at brightening skin, and then it says photo, and then it's got a link to the study, but it's got a really greasy texture on it. I don't really appreciate the texture of it.
There's no photo though.
If you click, you should be able to scroll down that study, and then there should be a picture of plant growing in the grass, and then something dried.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's really oily, and I don't know. I just have a hard time believing for 11 bucks that this is the real deal, especially if it requires all this special equipment to make it, you know. So did you find it?
I think so.
Now we're on a strange page. Strange
This isn't the
website.
page?
Well, I don't know. What page I have is YouTube Studio. And it shows views and stuff.
Is it still?
It is on my computer, yeah. But
Uh
but I see myself in the corner, so I've got that going for me.
maybe. Well, we've got a 10-second delay too, so
Okay.
hang on.
Okay, now it's changing something.
There.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Scroll down. If you scroll down, there'll be a picture of it.
I might have already scrolled past it. Hang on.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Was that it?
I don't know. There's a picture of plants and then something dried.
Hang on.
Oh, right there. There we go. That is it. So that's the plant. And then B is after they've done all this stuff and freeze dried it and soaked it in ethanol and vacuum froze it for 4 hours or whatever. That's what you end up with. And then I think they must grind that into a powder and mix it in with this hydrogenated polyisobutene. And then somehow we get these magical benefits from it. So, and it's a newer ingredient. So, and it's been used in Chinese medicine for a long time for its benefits as an antioxidant and its benefits as an anti-inflammatory ingredient. The active component in it is called niacin. It's an active compound that has antifungal, antibacterial, hyaluronidase inhibition activities, and it is been shown to be very good for anti-inflammatory. So for they did a lot of in vitro testing, they did some mice testing, and they did some testing on mice's paws, which I don't like the thought of that, but it's very anti-inflammatory, some people think, or some studies have shown that it stimulates fat cell growth, fat cell storage, and can plump skin with topical application. I've been testing this little product out now for about I don't know, 3 weeks or so. I haven't noticed anything. I've just been applying it around my mouth, which is very saggy. I haven't noticed any benefits, but I mean, I'm not really expecting any magical results either. So it's hard to tell how beneficial it is. So and then they say, yeah, so I think for assuming it's going to grow your bust size 2 cups, it's probably hype. And I don't know, maybe the maker of it, the manufacturer of it says Sederma owns a patent on it. So maybe they have people out there posting great things about it. You know what I mean? If it's too good to be true, it usually is. So, although the bigger thing is this product might be really good for atopic dermatitis and skin inflammation due to its anti-inflammatory benefits for skin, and it may help the skin barrier as well. So some of those active ingredients in it may be really great for your skin. It's interesting that that process to get it is so strict, but might also be very good for brightening up the skin as well. So yeah, I think it's worth checking out, worth trying maybe, but don't expect that much. And I don't know, at $11, I mean, I wasn't expecting miracle results because typically things that give you miracle results are typically usually expensive, like the Skin Medica TNS serum. Although the Geek and Gorgeous azelaic acid or APAD serum that they have, that was really amazing for me, and that was only like $11. So sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be super expensive, but yeah. So anyway, so I'm gonna see.
Shout out to Mel.
Shout out to Mel.
Mel is on both channels.
Oh, cool.
She's
I like it.
Mel is currently the only person
There we
watching on the
go.
second
I
channel.
like it. Maybe this would be worth trying for, for skin that's inflamed or irritated. It certainly is hydrating because it is very greasy. I don't know. Although it's finally soaked into my other hand, but I mean, it's very greasy, although a little bit goes a long way. I guess maybe it makes more sense that it's $11 because it is such a small amount. I don't know how you'd have to buy like 10 of these to cover your entire body up with them every day though, for the areas you want to enhance. So I can't see I've noticed anything, but yeah. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the chat. So red light needs a lot of use, 5 times a week, 3 months at least. Yes, it most skincare things, you have to be consistent and you have to be patient. And most people, myself especially, are not either. So I think that's why a lot of people give up before they really notice benefits, especially with anti aging things. A lot of things take a lot of patience. Peptides take a lot of patience, but yeah. So anyway, so very nice product though. Yeah, you're bad with you consistently using devices, but consistent with tretinoin. So Trenton's great. So, and if you can fit it into your routine and be good about using it, I mean, I'm really good at doing my evening routine. My morning routine, I'm kind of lazy. I like to get going fast. You know what I mean? Like if I'm spending more than 20 minutes in the bathroom, I start to get impatient. Like I need to be done with this type thing. So usually 20 or 30 minutes. So yeah, but retinoids are amazing. So, okay. One other little topic I'm curious about is have any of you done an actual in office dermaplaning treatment? Sure.
Spelling is going to be a problem.
Dermaplaning. So there you go. Oh, it does. So this made my hands gonna grow like to twice the size, but if I put that Volufiline on it. Tomorrow if I wake up and my hands like the size of I don't know, something huge, I'll know the Volufiline worked then. Anyway, so derma yeah. Yeah, have you done professional dermaplaning? I guess, kind of curious. I have not really had it done at a professional, but um there's a lot of people say save money, you don't have to do this at an office, but there is like something different between dermaplaning treatment by a licensed trained person and just doing it yourself at home. There's a little bit of a difference there. And it's interesting that some people have really good luck with dermaplaning and some people having it in the office really don't like it. But it's interesting if you there's YouTube videos of professionals doing it and it's like a very detailed process and it really scrapes the surface of the skin off versus to like the little devices you find like dermaflash uh, or what else stack skincare has a dermaplane device, Michael Todd Beauty has a dermaplane device, which are really just kind of safety razors, but when an actual esthetician does it, it's done with an actual scalpel. So I went and bought one, so I've tried it. I did cut myself a little bit, but I didn't go too crazy. But it really is a totally different treatment when you do it with a scalpel versus a safety razor. Before, without the actual scalpel, it's more like just kind of removing the peach fuzz. But when you do it with a device, it's really removing the dead skin and everything. And your skin really feels soft after using it, using an actual scalpel. But I don't recommend anyone do that because it's dangerous and you could really cut yourself. And you could really, they're really sharp. They're what surgeons use to cut open people. But when people are trained on using them, it's really amazing. Or some people do it on, some estheticians do it with dry skin, some of them do it with oil. It's kind of interesting. So nobody's done that, huh? Me either. So I just thought I'd buy the little scalpel and try it myself. And I did cut myself a little bit, but it's healed pretty fast. So we got 50, it's almost 50-50 on red light and 100% on dermaplane. So, and you know what? Those treatments in the office are kind of expensive. So I went to a uh, fundraiser this year and I won a silent auction. So it's a hydro, hydra facial and a dermaplaning session. So I'm going to take them up on it. It was like a $300 package, I think, value of it. Our hydrofacials are expensive. I've never done one, but I want it. So I just got to make the appointment, but it's like all the way on the other side of the world from here. Well, it's an hour away. Not even an hour, but I'm excited to try it. So hydrofacial should be fun. So,
What were you gonna do for a review?
oh, my peptides, and then the other two is the peach and lily and the prequel serum. If you want to print it out. So,
Oh, okay, that's
but I'll start with the peptide. I think it's what is it? My favorite peptides and coordinating products with them because I love peptides. So, yeah, I think if you just want to remove like the vellus hair and help with product absorption, I think just a regular safety razor is just fine. And because if you start getting a dermaplane, you probably have to do it, I don't know, like once a month maybe. And if it's 150 bucks, it starts to add up pretty fast. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, I gotta line them up quick. Hang on.
you still need me to print that?
Yeah.
Oh, give me a minute then.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Can I set something on top of the heater or not? This thing that's blowing?
No.
No, okay. I don't
Well,
want to melt
yeah,
it.
just
Okay. There we go. And then I'm gonna also next week I'm gonna do a video with my favorite affordable peptide products because some of these are kind of expensive. Not all, actually, most of these are relatively affordable. Not all of them, but most of them. Get all my goodies.
is it two
Okay.
or three to print?
Two. Okay, I'm gonna line them up. Hang on. Requires me to think for a second. Okay. Yeah, this Niode, this is the most I was very freaked out about it because it comes from Canada. So I had like two in my cart and then I didn't pull the trigger, but I should have because I'm almost out of this one, but I love it. Okay. So I've got my favorite peptides. Yeah, you know what? Some of those chemical peels. So we said, I want to try a chemical peel someday, but recovery looks crazy. Wonder if they can do the décolleté too. And yeah, some of those I did a peel once in office, right when my hyperpigmentation melasma was the worst. And they were very impressed. The lady that did it, she's like, "Wow, you have a really high pain threshold." And I'm like, "Well, thank you. Yeah." It was really she was really impressed with me, and then I never went back to get you're supposed to do like a series of 3, but the next week and week and a half, my skin hurt so much, it was peeling, I never went back. So I prepaid for all of them, and I didn't really get my money's worth because I just didn't want to go through it again. But I tried, I'll have to do a video about it. I think it's called the Soonsu, Soonsu Shining Peel. And that one was really nice because it didn't burn a ton. It wasn't terribly intense, but it gave you kind of a glowing feel afterwards without a ton of the peeling afterwards. I think it's a more gentle peel, but you can probably apply different layers. But you might be better off seeing a esthetician for it because they're trained and watching. I mean, there's so many you have to watch for frosting and certain amount of layers is good. And then some peels require a neutralizing layer. So it gets kind of complicated if you use something that's very strong like the TCA peels. But I really enjoyed the Soonsu peel or whatever it was. So okay, oops, cameraman's running for in a second. Okay. So I'm getting these all online so I can talk about them correctly. Okay. Oh, here's the Neogen. See, my backup came today, which was perfect timing. So PRP. Oh, I really want to do PRP under my eyes, but like a peel. They say 3 sessions. PRP is very pricey. My esthetician did it. Right, like one of the first times I saw her, she did PRP and microneedling, and then she had some of the platelet-rich plasma left afterwards, and she took something called a cannula. It's a tube, I guess, and she injected the rest under my eyes because she had it left over and didn't know what else to do with it. And it did make my eyes look nicer. Now that it's been a while, my eyes look very thin around them. So I was very impressed with it. But that cannula, it was weird though. I could feel it under my skin. And it was kind of creepy. That's the extent of it. It was creepy. So okay, I got that. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay. Okay, one more. Okay. Tology. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna
Okay, I was going to do a video of my favorite peptides.
do it
And
to camera too.
okay.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay. So these are my favorite peptides. So if you see them in your skincare products, be happy because they're really lovely. So, okay.
I'm gonna try to record this.
Okay. So we're going to record this one take. We're going for it. And it's Valentine's Day. So happy
Do
Valentine's
it
Day.
live.
We're going to do it live. I love white chocolate, by the way, much better than milk chocolate. And so does Ike, apparently, because he took advantage of me when I was sleeping and ate some of my white chocolate a few nights ago. And yeah, a couple bites of it. He's a large dog, but yeah, he was not very happy with it. So, okay, so on to the video. Okay. Hi, guys. So for today, I thought I'd talk about my favorite peptides and skincare products. And if you see these in your skincare products, there's a good reason to be happy because these are some of my favorites. So, number one, obviously, I'm going to guess you guys are going to know what number one is going to be copper peptides. I love them. They're great for wound healing, they're naturally found in the body, such as plasma, saliva, and urine. Kind of gross, but anyway. It has unique wound healing properties by stimulating the breakdown of unhealthy, too large collagen and scar tissue, and it stimulates the production of healthy collagen afterwards. So it's very nice, and you'll see it in a lot of different products. It's great for stimulating elastin, and there's a lot of studies that show it proves elasticity, clarity, firmness, and can also help reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and even better, it can help with the production of hair follicles and enlarging the follicles. So, if you're looking at hair growth, copper peptides are something that are worth checking out. So, I've got a few favorites. My favorite that I love, my raw copper peptide powder, because you can mix that into anything. So, that's always worth checking out. The ordinary multi-peptide serum with copper peptides, lovely, $32. Really nice serum, easy to fit into your routine. Well, It's a little high maintenance skin routine, to be honest, but it's worth it if you ever do microneedling or office treatments. It's a nice follow up and helps your skin heal quickly. Next up is the Niode Copper Amino Isolate Lipid, which is lovely. It's got squalane in there, bisabolol, algae. It's really nice. It's expensive though. I didn't realize it had crept up to $93. When I reviewed it initially, I believe it was $73. That was 4 years ago. So obviously the price has crept up since then, or I got a really good deal somehow. I'm not sure which one, but it's expensive, although a little bit of it goes a long way. How much is this? Is the half an ounce size. So yeah, it's expensive. So if you're on a budget, that's not going to be the most friendly one. The Theramide Copper Peptide Serum contains 3% copper peptides. This one's 45 bucks, although this is the large size that I got for during the holidays. For Black Friday, they make extra large size of a lot of their products, so this is the bigger size. But it also contains Baphyta ferment, sodium hyaluronate, and Bacillus folic acid ferment, and it's really lovely. So if you're a numbers person, the 3% is probably the max where you want to go with copper peptides. 1% is great. 3% is probably the top level. You don't want to do too much copper peptides because it can lead to a case of what they call the copper peptide uglies. I didn't make that up, but somebody did. So you don't want that. Okay, next up is the SNAP 8 peptide, also known as acetyloctapeptide 3, which is the newest Botox in a bottle peptide. It's similar to arginine, which I'll also talk about, but it's claimed to influence the muscle contraction process that results in more relaxed and line free face, especially on the forehead and eyes. It's been studied alongside arginine and maybe even better at reducing the appearance of wrinkles. It's not a collagen building peptide, but rather an ingredient that slows structural aging. And a few favorites, the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum is really nice. Fragrance-free gel serum. I love this stuff. It's now in a glass bottle. Used to be in plastic. It's a little bit heavier now. The next up is the Numbuzin NAD Bio Lifting Sil Essence, which is lovely. I love this new product. I cannot wait to do my full review of it. It's just so delightful to use. And it also has a lot of other good ingredients, such as astaxanthin, NAD, resveratrol. And when we're talking about peptides, it's got a ton of other peptides as well. So if you're into peptides, this stuff is really nice and it has a really nice texture to it. There we go. Really nice product. Okay, next up is the Ghost Democracy Peptide Packed Hydrating Face Mist. Uh, you can see I'm almost finished with mine. This stuff is really nice. It also contains an algae. It also contains the Matrixyl 3000 peptide duo, turmeric, basil. This stuff is really nice, and it's got such a fine mist. I don't know. You can use it really easily. So there we go. Okay, next up is arginine, which I kind of just mentioned. That is the original Botox in a bottle peptide targeting the same wrinkle forming mechanism. Front facial movements that Botox does. Studies have shown this ingredient is proved to reduce wrinkle depth and wrinkle length, while at the same time increasing moisture levels deep in the skin. And I've got some favorites. This one's pretty budget friendly. The CosRX 6 peptide skin booster, which is about 16 bucks. It's very liquidy. The bottle is gigantic. It also contains a ton of amino acids, allantin, sodium hyaluronate. I'm not sure exactly how much. They mentioned parts per million. Um, it's so affordable. I have a hard time thinking there's a whole ton of the peptides in here, but perhaps. Sometimes when there's a little bit more affordable, you just don't really know how much of it they put in there. But next up is the Peach and Lily Copper Peptide Pro Firming Serum, which is 49 bucks, so a little more expensive. It also contains collagen, several amino acids, mushroom, turmeric, watermelon, and obviously copper peptides as well. And then next up is the Neogen High R Exosome Cream, which is 21 bucks. This one's lovely. I've just repurchased it again for probably the fourth time now. This one also contains resveratrol, several amino acids, vitamin E, and centella exosomes. Okay, next up is my fourth favorite peptide, which is epidermal growth factor, also known as oligopeptide 1. Epidermal growth factor is a tiny peptide that stimulates cell growth, proliferation, and wound healing. It's supposed to mimic the human epidermal growth factor, and when used in skincare, it has been shown to improve the appearance of fine lines, skin texture, and pore size with continued use for at least 3 months. So commit to doing it for at least 3 months. It's hard to be consistent and committed, but if you're going to want the good results, you have to be committed. It's worth trying. But if you have a family history of skin cancer or personal history, do some research first before you decide to use it, because it's still a pretty new ingredient. It was found in about 1986. So copper peptides were found in the 70s. This was found in the mid 80s. So it's still relatively young. And I think you probably will want to do some research on it if you have skin cancer and things like that. So, okay, so for some favorites, I've got the Claire's Midnight Blue Youth Activating Drop, which is $21. Also contains blueberry and chamomile, and it's really nice, watery texture, very affordable. Next up is the Theramid Dermapeptide Serum, which is 33 bucks. This one also contains soybean seed, sodium hyaluronate, and vitamin E, and it's also got a ton of peptides. It says 22% peptides, but I think they recently might have changed this to 35%, maybe. I'm going to have to check. I feel like they upped the ingredient list, but I'm going to check on that. Next up is the Stratia Skin Interface Cream, which is 27 bucks. It also contains squalane, panthenol, rosehip oil, as well as a ton of other good peptides. Next up is the Sashu We Occlusive Intense Overnight Moisturizer, which is $28. This one also contains castor seed oil, rosehip oil, shea butter, and bacillus folic acid ferment. It's a really nice nighttime moisturizer. And then what? Okay. Last but not least is the Matrixyl 3000 Peptide Duo, which is a combination of two different peptides that can help strengthen the skin barrier. The peptide duo can also slow the degradation of collagen to slow the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And they say with use for over 2 months, studies show the Matrixyl 3000 Peptide Duo helps decrease the appearance of fine lines, wrinkle depth, and wrinkle length. It also helps with texture, elasticity, and skin tone. And some favorites. Paula's Choice, again, very expensive. I didn't realize it until I went to talk about this product. This is 20 milliliters or 2/3 of an ounce, and it's 59 bucks. I don't know when it got so expensive. I don't remember it being this expensive when it first came out. Actually, I think I picked up this bottle from TJ Maxx for like 10 bucks. But anyway, it also contains yeast ferment, apple extract, and bacillus ferment. Next up is the Dermatology Peptide Night Cream, which is 34 bucks. This one also contains ceramides, shea butter, vitamin E, and elantin. We've got the Akir Radically Rejuvenating Whipped Night Cream, which is 22 bucks. This used to be at Ulta. It's not anymore. Don't know why. Contains marula oil, ferulic acid, and ascorbyl glucoside. And then last but not least is the Medicate Liquid Peptide Serum, which is $66. Also contains panthenol, sodium hyaluronate, and carnosine peptides. So those are some of my favorite peptides and favorite coordinating products. So if you're looking for overall peptides, and that's your main concern to get the products with the most peptides, the ones I'm going to pick out are probably these three products because they contain some good peptides. They all contain a nice variety of peptides. So if you're looking for one that's got them all, these three are going to be my favorites and easy to fit in your routine. So especially the mist. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Leave a comment with your thoughts, and I will see you guys more. Like, subscribe, and share the video. And subscribe to the newsletter, and subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to the second channel. Okay, thanks so
Links
much.
in description.
Links in description. Thanks. Okay, there we go.
All right.
There we go. Okay. This mist is so wonderful from Ghost Democracy. Is my looking
Here.
at this camera now?
Oh, hang on. Show them the. There you go.
This
Okay.
stuff is
Yeah, you can
so
look at.
wonderful.
Hang
It
on.
is so easy to fit in. I love using this, so I just use this pretty much every day when I get out of the shower to keep my face kind of damp before I apply serums and things like that. I just love this stuff. It's wonderful. I like the brand. It's a small brand. They've got some other good products as well, so I think it's worth checking out. So,
Shout out. We've got 3 people on the second
oh
channel.
wow, I like it. That's crazy. So, yeah, the Casa X is huge. I mean, the bottle is gigantic. I mean, it'll last forever, almost forever. So, oh, you thought you're subscribed to the second channel, but had to resubscribe. I don't know what goes on with
You know
YouTube
what? That
sometimes.
people have said that a lot.
Yeah.
There's-
What? Oh, there's a bug. It's creepy. What should I do with it? I'm just gonna let it go somewhere else.
Here.
Why don't you just take that whole thing? I don't think that's a ladybug, by the way. I think it's it's a beetle. Yeah. So anyway, oh, Korea. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to go to Korea in the spring and Japan. We're gonna go to South Korea and Osaka, Hiroshima, and Tokyo. So I'm kind of terrified because I'm not an adventurous eater whatsoever. I pretty much eat the same thing every day, where I do eat the same thing most days, except for when I cook for my dad and cameraman. But yeah, so I heard there's a lot of KFCs and a lot of McDonald's there. And
Drop a comment of what we should do for videos when we're in Korea.
yeah, I'm going to make some fun videos. So yeah,
We always say that, but then we never do anything.
yeah, we will though. Because I'm so excited.
That's
Cherry
it.
blossoms. That's one of the things we're doing is the cherry blossoms.
Yeah, that's why we picked
Hopefully,
spring.
fingers
Yeah.
crossed. Who knows? You never really know. So
The only reason Sarah wanted to go to Korea was because of the beauty stuff.
that was kind of the kind of my yeah. I didn't want dad to know though. So Peach and Lay has a new eye cream. I'm gonna have to check that out. Peach and Lay has gotten a little expensive. So Peach Slices released two or three new products recently: a hypochlorous acid spray, a discoloration serum, and I think something else. And I went yesterday and the hypochlorous acid spray has just disappeared like it never existed. So I emailed them, but they didn't get back to me. So I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, so I'm excited. I will do a lot of videos from South Korea. I know I'm going to check out Olive Young, and that's as far as I've gotten.
Did you see the poll? I just ended the poll that you did while you were doing the
Oh,
review.
what was the poll?
It just popped up in the chat. Don't you see that?
The dermaplaning?
No, no.
Oh.
Do you use copper peptides?
Oh, okay. Two-thirds. I like that. That's pretty good. They are a pain to fit in your routine. I mean, that's true. Very, very annoying, but they're worth it. I mean, it's worth it for me. So I had a few runners up, but I'll probably talk about these when I talk about my affordable peptide products. And this one from Farsley is pretty good. The Reset, although it's not really sold anywhere. So I don't really know.
Show it.
Yeah,
Show it
it's
to-
the Reset peptide cream, renewal fluid cream, the Reset. It's really nice, but yeah, I don't know what Spread used to be at Sephora and now they're not. And yeah, I don't know. Peach slices at my Ulta is up. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with peach slice. It's so weird. And it wasn't even on their website either. So yeah, I need a huge bag to check. So I'm gonna bring back all my goodies. So I was looking for a bag that I can just fit in my bag because I'm not gonna need two suitcases, but I need to be able to bring one. Maybe I'll just buy one there.
Ugh.
I don't know. I was looking at suitcases at Target yesterday. They're like $170 there.
Why don't you just pack one inside of another?
Yeah, kind of like a
So pack,
babushka doll.
yeah. So pack
Maybe I
all
could
your.
pack like five suitcases.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to be a mule for anything for you. Just so you know.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. That's a lot of stuff, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, what do you guys want to see first? The Prequel Quench Serum or the Peach and Lily Skin Softening Toner? Oh, I might have one of these left. Hang on. Oh, yes, you can certainly recommend some stem cell serums for me. I'm all about that. Certainly. The more recommendations, the better. Oh, is this the last one? It is. It's empty now. It's kind of dry. Oof. Yeah, the more recommendations, the better. I bet there's a lot of good stuff like that in Japan because you know what? In the US, we're like 5 years behind. No, we're like 50 years behind all these other countries with their skincare stuff, especially our sunscreens. Okay, prequel. Okay, I'm gonna go first with the prequel then.
Is this a review?
This is a review.
Oh, Hank, you got to
This
give
is
me a
not
sec.
a drill.
So, yes, this is not a drill. So go to camera 2 and don't forget to announce yourself
What's
or
camera two?
this one.
This one. Okay.
And then let me hit record.
Okay.
Okay, we are recording.
Okay. Well, everyone's the prequel. Okay.
Oh, one sec,
Oh,
one sec,
okay.
one sec, one sec. There we go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. So for today, I thought I'd review the prequel multi-quench serum, which is really nice in addition to a lot of their other products. They've got some nice cleansers that are worth checking out, moisturizers, vitamin C serum, which I'll try and review that one next from them. So anyway, so they say it's a multi-level hydrating quench serum formulated with dual weight polyglutamic acid, glycerin, osmolytes, and ectoin that provide excellent skin moisturization, improve the skin barrier, and support skin's natural moisturizing factor. Dot, dot, dot. Great for dry skin. And my skin is pretty dry, so keep that in mind. Your skin is on the oilier side, you might have a little different experience with it. So, okay, my first criteria is packaging. We've got a nice glass package. It's tinted. I do like that it's clear because then you can see how much you've got left. I like that. I don't like to be surprised when things finish. So I like that. That's nice. Numbuzin did that with their NAD serum. It's kind of clear on one little side. We're going to see how much you've got left. I love that. And in terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, it does not contain any of those. In terms of fragrance, it has no fragrance ingredients and no scent to it, which is also nice. Let me see the manufacturing location for this one. I forgot to write it down. I think it's the U.S. Yeah, made in the U.S. and Prequel's headquartered in Los Angeles, California. And the nice thing is it's glass, so you can recycle it when you're done. Ease of use, so a little bit of this one goes a very long way. So you don't need more than a pump to cover your entire face and maybe a half a pump for your neck. So it feels really nice on your skin. You're going to want to use it morning and evening to cleanse dry skin. After toner, if you use a toner. So no issues with that. So follow up if you're using the daytime, follow up with your moisturizer and sunscreen. I'm wearing it right now underneath my sunscreen and foundation. Um, I like to apply it after cleansing and toning, but before, like if you use any thick serums or treatments, probably gonna want to use it before those and use the treatments and moisturizers afterwards. A little bit goes a long way. It's got really nice serumy gel texture though, which I really like. So it's not too watery and it's not too thick, but it's got a nice texture where just a little bit goes a super long way. I love that. So I will say if you use a lot of thicker sunscreens, I did notice that one of the sunscreens I used it over did pill a bit. That was the Beauty of Joseon Aqua Fresh sunscreen. It pilled a little bit, not a ton, but a few days I used it, it did pill. Actually, mostly around my forehead. So it might not actually have anything to do with this. It could be the sunscreen or my moisturizer, but I just thought I'd mention that. Once it soaks in, it sets to a radiant finish that is just slightly tacky, but it definitely has a radiant finish to it. But you're going to apply moisturizer over it anyway, so it's not going to be a terrible issue. But anyway. Okay, so for beneficial ingredients in here, it's got a pretty short ingredient list. So we've got polyglutamic acid, which is a great humectant ingredient. It's also film forming. So it forms a little bit of a film, which seals in moisture, so prevents it transepidermal water loss. So very nice for that. We've got ectoin, which is a pollution and light protection ingredient. It's also soothing, berry repairing. Ectoin, great ingredient. It's coming into its own this year. It's showing up in all these products as the star ingredient, so I like that. Next up, we've got hibiscus extract, which is a plant with hydration and antioxidant benefits. We've got erythritol, which is a sugar-derived humectant, and then vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. So, okay, so you can kind of see it's soaked in now. It's definitely a radiant finish. It's definitely a little tacky. And if you have dogs, I believe these some of these humectants you don't want them to lick that erythritol, xylitol, a lot of those things. Some they can be poisonous, so you don't want to mess around with that with your animals. Okay, in terms of animal testing, it's vegan, gluten free, and cruelty free, so it's free of everything, which is nice. In terms of the performance, so it really does a nice job adding some moisture to skin. I would love to see it include a couple more soothing ingredients or beneficial ingredients, but I mean, it's got a short ingredient list. I mean, ingredients are short not a long list, which is nice for sensitive skin. So for what this product promises to provide excellent skin moisturization, improve the skin barrier, and support the skin's natural moisturizing factor. And I would say it pretty much does all of those things in a serum, especially with the short ingredient list. It does all of those things, and definitely geared towards dry or sensitive skin types. Oilier skin types might find it's a little bit too shiny of a finish, but if you apply it under moisturizer, it's not going to be a huge issue. For acne prone skin, we've got two ingredients of note. We've got carbomer and vitamin E, so not terribly bad for acne prone skin. So for the price, so this is a full size, which is bigger than most serums. It's 1.7 ounces, 50 milliliters, and it retails for about $28. Although if you check out Prequel site, they sometimes have sales, so it might be worth checking that. Especially since a little bit of it goes a long way, makes it really affordable, I think. Okay, last but not least, the it factor. And I like this serum. It's not a must have for me. I think during the summer, I might actually really like this a little bit more because it might be all I need. I might not necessarily need to apply a moisturizer over it. It might be hydrated enough on its own. Um, I definitely finish it. I'm not sure it's a repurchase at this point, but perhaps in the summer and spring, I might end up liking it a little bit more. The interesting thing is there's not a lot of close dupes to it. There are some alternatives, but I wasn't able to really find anything very similar to it aside from the Inculus polyglutamic acid serum. That was the closest. The other alternatives were the Fresh Lotus AHA Gentle Resurfacing Serum, the Allies of Skin Multipeptide and Growth Factor Serum, and the Allies of Skin Copper Tripeptide and Ectoin Advanced Serum are the closest. The closest one is obviously the Inky list, but this one's a little bit more affordable than all of those. So, okay, so with a 10 being a perfect score, I gave this one a 9. It's lovely, and I think a lot of people have really good luck with this. And if you're on a budget, it's really budget friendly too. So, anyway, curious if you guys have had a chance to check this one out yet or not, and if you have what your thoughts are, leave a comment. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys more tomorrow. Bye, guys. Okay. Harry, you did not miss the annual awards show. I have a surprise coming. So, I'm not going to say anything else, but it will happen. But it's going to be a surprise. So, yeah.
Better
Bye.
late than never.
Better late than never, yeah. So, have any of you guys tried this from Prequel? I like it. It's very nice. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It just didn't overwhelm me or wow me, but it's still really nice. Yeah. So, yeah. Ectoin is everywhere. Ectoin.
Is it
Prequel, Prequel.
EL?
Prequel.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
There, I just started a poll.
yeah, xylitol is not good for dogs. So, oh, your dog trainer. Oh, wow. You need to come train my dogs because you know what
No,
happens?
you need to come train Sarah.
Yeah, they have trained me, and their Lincoln can't stand the sound of any beep. And almost everything on the car beeps. If you open a door, unlock it, open the tailgate, it beeps, and then Lincoln gets scared. And I don't know how to get him to stop being scared of it. My dad's phone beeps, and he freaks out. For some reason, the beeping on my phone doesn't bother him, but almost any other thing that beeps scares the living buckets out of him, and he will tail between the legs, everything else. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. I am going to write those down. I'm going to have to pick those up. So, Joy Cell, yes. Okay, I'm going to write those down, those recommendations, because I'm going to have to pick those up when I'm gone. So, they're all Japanese products. So, you can find them on Yes Style. Okay. I'll have to see if I'm sure I can find them on Yes Style too. I might have the Kiso Care one. I think I have the Kiso Care one, but I haven't tested it out yet. So I'm going to have to remember that. So maybe, I know in Japan they have a lot more growth factor products available. So I'm going to have to pick some up too when I'm there. I don't know. Do some of them require refrigeration? Maybe I need to bring ice packs with me. No, that wouldn't. They would all. What about dry ice? Well, no, if I ship it back, it'll take. Well, anyway, I'll figure it out. I have to. So, okay.
Camera one's down.
Uh-oh. Should I do one more review?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want me to do one more review, or are you guys tired? I'm sure Ike is going crazy upstairs, so he's not?
Ike was sleeping when I
Oh,
went
okay. Well, that's
upstairs,
good.
but you got to give me a second.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah.
I don't know Ike.
Okay, yes, we want the review. Yeah, Peach and Lily, I'm gonna have to check out their eye cream. I'm excited. This stuff was really nice. I liked it. Oh, I gotta do my pH thing. Hang on. But I'm super excited for this, to try this one out. The Meissen, if I can get it open. Can I get it open myself? Mm, I don't think this is made for this. I'm gonna injure myself. Okay, hang on. Should I just rip it open?
I don't know.
I just painted my nails, so I don't want to do that. Which one do I like better? The Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser or the Hadu Labu Cleansing Oil? I really like the Peach and Lily one, but the Hadu Labo one was one I definitely repurchased. The Peach and Lily one is a little expensive. So I would get the Hadu Labo one. I really like that one. Their cleansers are really nice from Hadu Labo. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. The cleansers are really nice. Their foamy one is nice. Their cleansing cream is nice. This one's a little frozen, I think. It looks like there's little icicles in it. I think there are little icicles in it. This is just a pretty package for a toner. I'm excited to try it. Contains marine collagen. Okay. And beautiful packaging. I'm excited. Carob, vitamin E, cocoa, castor oil, silex, carob, condis crispus, hydrolyzed collagen, beta glucan. Did I see that? I'm excited. It is frozen. You can't see it, but it's got little ice chunks in it. Okay, I'll stop talking about it.
Okay.
Bottle is very cold.
I don't know why that camera just died,
Oh, I don't know.
just to keep me on my
On your
toes.
toes, yeah.
Do you
Okay.
want to, you gonna do another review?
Yeah, I'll do one more and then
Okay.
on to get dinner stuff.
Go to camera 2.
Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I couldn't help it. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, today I'm reviewing the Peach and Lily Bio Rice Wine Softening Toner. And I'm Sarah, and this is No BS Beauty. So, today I thought I'd talk about the Peach and Lily Rice Wine Toner, which I've got here. And, okay, so they say Peach and Lily's milky bio rice wine softening toner rapidly and visibly nourishes for soft, supple skin. Proprietary nutrient dense bio rice with rice wine complex, botanical ferments, and Korean herbal extracts hydrate, brighten, and support the skin barrier, reveal balanced and luminous skin. So, okay, first criteria is packaging. We've got a clear glass bottle with a little dispenser. Nice packaging, although I'd prefer it to be tinted if possible, but I get it. No issues with that. There's no denatured drying types of alcohol. It has no, it has like a light herbal scent to it, not very strong. I can tolerate it. It does contain cinnamon bark, which is technically a fragrance or a masking ingredient. So if you're very sensitive to certain ingredients, be cautious of that. That does give it a little bit of a scent, almost an herbal scent. But yeah, it doesn't smell like cinnamon though. Herbal, not cinnamon, but it's got cinnamon. The manufacturing location for this one is Korea. Let me double check. Korea, so no issues with that. So I'll do a quick pH test. You want to give this one a good shake, and I kind of shook it up before I started the review. I'm sorry. But when it's all settled, you'll see all the ferment things at the bottom. So there we go. How do I shake it down there? There we go. Okay, so I'll do a quick pH test. I think they mentioned the pH on here, but let's see. Okay, so pH of this one looks to be, I would say almost 5 exactly, so no issues with that. And texture of it, it's got a liquidy texture to it. You can apply it with a cotton pad. You can pat it on the skin. This one's a little bit more expensive, so I think if you're going to use a cotton pad, I would probably recommend doing something cheaper with the cotton pad because it's going to soak most of it up. But if you just want to pat it on the skin after cleansing and toning, that seems to be the best way to get the most benefits from it. Um, it certainly kind of feels a little bit greasy when you apply it, but once it soaks in, it feels nice. It is slightly tacky, but you're gonna apply a serum over it, so it's probably not gonna be as much of an issue, but it does have kind of a shiny finish. So and then, so what I do is in my morning routine, I pat it on the skin. In my evening routine, I use a cotton pad. I feel the cotton pad helps remove the residue, any makeup I missed, anything the cleanser didn't get. And in my morning routine, I just pat it on. So it seems to work well that way. Okay, in terms of beneficial ingredients in here, so we've got rice ferment, which is an antioxidant, brightening, and soothing ingredient. We've got aspergillus, aspergillus rice ferment, which is an antioxidant, anti-aging, moisturizing, repairing, and brightening ingredient. In vitro testing has shown. We've got Saccharomyces rice ferment, which is an antioxidant. We've got rice bran extract, antioxidant, brightening, hydrating ingredient. We've got Saccharomyces barley ferment, which is a humectant. We've got the Patera ingredient, which is an antioxidant, brightening, barrier protecting, and very rich in minerals and vitamins. It's that sake one. We've got hydroxyethylurea, which is a strong moisturizer and humectant. We've got skullcap root extract, another anti-inflammatory and brightening ingredient. We've got lactobacillus ferment, anti-aging, soothing ingredient. We've got Baphyta ferment, skin protecting, antioxidant, and bear repairing ingredient. Let's see, what else? Japanese cypress extract, which is an anti-inflammatory and acne fighting ingredient. White willow bark extract, skin soothing, and may help with might help prevent, collagen degradation, and may also help reduce breakouts. Purslane extract, soothing and antioxidant. Got another ingredient, oregano extract, which I don't see very often, but it apparently has antimicrobial benefits. And then finally, dandelion extract, which is skin conditioning, question mark. Wasn't totally convinced on dandelion, but who knows? Okay, in terms of animal testing, this is vegan, gluten free, and cruelty free, so no issues with that. In terms of the performance, so for what this product promises to visibly strengthen skin, support the skin barrier with fermented extracts, deeply hydrate, condition, and nourish for baby soft, supple skin, and rapidly and visibly brighten skin and clarifies for a clear, radiant looking complexion. I would say this will help with a lot of those promises, with the exception of rapidly and visibly. Those are definitely over the top promises. Most things will not rapidly or visibly help your skin. It'll take commitment and patience. So don't get too excited, but it does leave your skin feeling baby soft. I mean, my skin feels nice and soft and supple where I applied it, which is nice. Um, doesn't do anything quickly, but it certainly will help brighten your skin up a bit as long as you're not suffering from like super stubborn hyperpigmentation or melasma. If you've just got some dark spots, it'll help brighten those. But if you're very stubborn hyperpigmentation, this alone probably will not be enough. So, does leave skin feeling nice and soft and very friendly for most skin types. It's friendly for dry, oily, and acne prone, as well as most sensitive skin, unless you're sensitive to cinnamon or oregano. Um, okay, in terms of the price, so it's a bit pricey. So this is a full size, 96 milliliters, 3.38 ounces, and retails for 39 bucks. So it's kind of expensive, especially if you use a cotton pad. It goes fast. Um, and then in terms of the it factor, it's a really nice toner. Not a must have. I'll definitely finish this one, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it. But I've got half the bottle left, so maybe I'll change my mind. But after using it for 6 or 7 weeks now, it's not a must have, but it's very nice and it's going to be good for most skin types, which is also great. There's not a lot of similar products or dupes. I would say the closest product, if you like ferments, will be the number three glowing toner, which has a ton of different ferments. Um, and that one also has an herbal scent to it, so keep that one in mind. So, okay. With a 10 being a perfect score, I gave this one a 7 out of 10, which is average, but very nice. Worth checking out. So, anyway, curious if you guys have had a chance to check this one out yet or not. And if you have what your thoughts are, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Da 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 da.
I'm gonna pull a.
Oh, okay. Have you tried prequel? No.
No,
Okay.
that's not the poll.
Oh, where is the poll?
I
It doesn't show up.
really?
Well, I don't know.
What about now?
Have you ever used peach and lily? Okay, now I see it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So 2/3. We seem to be 2/3 on each poll. So interesting. Yeah. This one's nice, but it is kind of expensive. So yeah. Anyway, anybody got anything else before we go? And then I'm going to go, I have to go get the groceries. So, oh, Prequel only sells in the US. I did not know that. Interesting. I wonder if they plan on branching out at some point. I assume they would have a goal to branch out. It's kind of, it must be hard to get started in one country and then kind of escalate and get bigger. So, anyway, okay. Well, next I had some car things, but I guess maybe next week we'll talk about cars.
Car things.
Car questions, just talking about cars. Yeah, I don't know, totally random, but next week I'll talk about the cars, the embarrassing car club. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, thanks so much, guys. I think Friday works well. I think we'll probably do next Friday.
Yep.
Correct? Yeah. Okay. And you guys didn't miss any awards. It's in progress, working on it. So, anyway.